you are readers, you read, right? How many of you are having your ears to go seek knowledge though? This is what I'm talking about. This is where this is what separates, the average from the people that's above average. All right. When we talked about seeking knowledge and seeking wisdom, a lot of people just looking at seeking knowledge with their eyeballs, but not with their ears. And this is when your ears come into the situation, because now you ear hustle when you hear wisdom being shared in the marketplace behind two different business professionals. You ear hustling when you hear a mother and a daughter, or a wise woman talking to a young woman, or an older man talking to a young man, and you walking past and you listening. Or are you listening? Your ears, are you using your ears to listen to podcasts? Listen, I made a short video about turning your car into a drive time university. How many of you are doing that? How many of you are turning your car into a drive time university? Yes, I know we got Truth Music. I love Truth Music. I just promoted a Truth Music artist on here. Go check out his music, all right? But at the end of the day, I don't ride around listening to Truth Music every day. My ears are seeking wisdom. My ears are seeking knowledge. And if I'm on a Sabbath day and I'm resting, I'm relaxing, yeah, I might throw the music on. I might throw some Truth Music on. I might listen to some of that. But during the week, because when I'm going from place to place and space to space, I'm trying to figure out how I can be more proficient in what I'm doing. I'm trying to be more proficient in sales. This is what I've been doing for 30 plus years. I'm trying to be more proficient in being able to allow my money to start earning more money for me. Listen, I've had a problem with employing my dollar bills, and now I'm trying to figure out where can I put these dollars at so they can earn more money. So my ears have to seek knowledge. My ears have to be gaining wisdom from individuals that have done it before I've come on the scene. Individuals that have way more experience and knowledge that can share with me. And are you doing the same? Are you allowing your ears to tap into audios? Are you allowing your ears to tap into wise quotes? They have videos, they have channels online that have just about wisdom quotes, where they will give you wisdom quotes to help you on your day-to-day affairs. All right. Are you tapping into the resources that's available? Because the ear, all right, one more time. It says, the heart of the prudent gets knowledge, but the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. I want your ears, not just your eyeballs. I want your ears to start seeking knowledge. Let's continue. So now we're going to go down here too. I want to go to my next scripture over here, Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 9. Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 9. All right, we're getting closer and closer. Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 9. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will yet be wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. All right, so a just man or a just woman, these are people that's supposed to be increasing in learning. These are the people that's supposed to be diligent about learning. Let's go back to Proverbs chapter 15 and 14. Proverbs 15 and 14. This is why I call it the Torah of wisdom right here. I'm going back to it one more time. All right. This is the theme scripture of the day. Proverbs 15 and 14. The heart of him that have understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools pours out foolishness. I have to keep on rehearsing it, because a lot of us in today's time, yes, where knowledges have increased, we have more knowledge at our disposal, but the people are still not seeking it. Knowledge have increased, but we have the most, what they call the most illiterate generation that has ever been known to mankind. How can we vouch for that? Now, let's continue. Proverbs 15 and 28. Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 28. It said, the heart of the righteous studies to answer. The heart of the righteous studies to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours out evil things. The heart of the righteous is studies to answer. When they did, the heart of a person that's trying to live righteously, they know that they're going to encounter all different types of people. They know that they're going to encounter people that have different beliefs that are opposite than theirs. Listen, for a majority of people on the live, we have pretty much the same beliefs. But even within this belief system, you know that there's a whole lot of different doctrines. There's a whole lot of different beliefs out of here. So the scripture says this says the heart of the righteous person is going to study how to answer. They're going to go and acquire more knowledge. They're going to sharpen their skills up. So when they do come across that person that said, well, guess what? You don't even got to keep no commandments. They know how to deal with that person. They go with this person. They say, well, you know what? There is no person that came and laid his life down on the line. Okay, we can deal with you. We don't even got to go to the New Testament. We can stay right here in the Old Testament. I could deal with you. I could deal with you. I could deal with you. The heart of him that have the righteous, he going to study the answer, not just to be able to debate. All right, we're not studying to debate people, but we want to be able to give a proper answer for what we truly believe in. And so that even deals with even in the business sector. All right, when you're dealing into these different books, all right, go and increase your library. Increase your library. I just had a gang load of books. I just had like 9 or 10 books just come to my house just a few days ago. And before that, books. My library is increasing. And when I walk into my office, I feel more intelligent just walking into that place. I'm like, man, all right, because I got all this and I can keep on tapping in. Some of these people are dead and gone, but the information, the knowledge that they have left behind, I will continue to seek after it so it can sharpen my mental, and then I can be able to put that in with scripture and be able to share it with my people in a more excellent way. So now we talked about that. Proverbs chapter 15 and verse number 28. Let's go down here to Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 3. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, for those of you that are turning along with me. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, and we're going to go to verse number 29. It said, the heart of the prudent will understand a parable. The heart of the prudent will understand a parable, and an attentive ear is the desire of a wise man. The scripture says that the attentive ear is the desire of a wise man. So I want to ask you all a question. Have you tapped into a mentor? Have you tapped into an elder? Have you been trying to wear the steps of their doors? Because the scripture says once they see that you are attentive, once they see that you have a thirst for knowledge, once they see that you have a desire to gain wisdom, they're going to keep on running their mouth because they love it. Listen here, I'm here to tell you today, in this life, don't just take it for granted that this elder person wants to pour out their heart to you, because in life, there are older individuals in their 60s and their 70s, and they go through their whole life and they rarely find that one person that looks at their life, that one person that want what they have, that one person that can see that this is a person of wisdom, that one person that's willing to drive an hour, 2 hours to sit down and sit under them and listen. And so when they find that person, they are willing to unload on that person. They are willing to give. They're ready to give their time. They're ready to give their resources. They're ready to give their money. They're ready to give their connections to that person, their wisdom, because they see this is the person right here that I've been waiting my whole life for. This is the person. Listen here, I've been talking about wisdom now since 2018, and I have yet to find a person to want to sit down and for me to share with them all the things I know. I share bits and pieces on these Zoom meetings, but I have still yet to see that person. I don't know if I'm gonna find that person, but somewhere in my 50s or my 60s, even if the Most High allows this to continue to go on, all right, somewhere down the road, somebody might pop up, but you might be that person for someone else right now. You might already be that person. And so when you have an elder person in your life that's willing to pour into you, do not take it for granted. Let's go down to Ecclesiastes chapter 6 real quick. Remember, I talked about the attentive ear is the desire of a wise person, a wise woman, a wise man or woman that loves an attentive ear. What does it say in Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse number 33? It said, if you love to hear, thou will receive understanding. Remember, we talked about how you gotta not just let your eyeballs be, glued to knowledge, your ears. This is what people are not teaching you and telling you. Your ears, they have to be on alert. And it says right here, if you love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. If you bow your ear, you will be wise. Stand in the multitude of elders and cleave unto him that's wise. Cleave unto that wise mother, that Ema. Cleave unto that wise elder or that mentor. Cleave unto a person that's have done and achieved more in life than you have. Cleave unto that person. If they, I'm not telling you to be pushy and get to the point where you're annoying, but I'm saying don't stand back too far where they forget about you, and don't get too close where you irritable. Find that middle ground to where you can show the person that you're interested, but you're not thirsty, even though you are thirsty. Let's continue. Now, be willing, number 35, be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. Number 36, if you see a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. Listen, wisdom is giving you permission that if you see a wise man, if you see a wise woman, it says, let thy foot wear the steps of their doors. Let them know, hey, listen, I'm going to ask you today, can you be a mentor to me? I asked a person just a while ago, some time ago, man that made millions of dollars. And I asked him, I say, hey, listen, what does it take? What does a person have to do to qualify for you to be their mentor? And he said, well, boom, 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 boom. And I asked him, I said, would you be my mentor? And so he kind of gave me an answer at that moment. But then a few days later, as he was walking away, and we was actually in the airport, and we was in the airport. He said, "Yeah, I'll be your mentor. I'll be a mentor to you." And so that right there, do you have people that you could tap into, who you could sit down, who you could listen to, who you can gain the knowledge and wisdom from? Learning. Listen, a wise man loves an attentive ear. This is what I want to tell you all today. Let's start ear hustling. Not ear hustling to be busybodies, not ear hustling to be all the other man's matters. I'm not talking about that busybody stuff. I'm talking about let's be ear hustlers for knowledge. Let's let our ears go to work to gain increased understanding and wisdom in our minds. That type of ear hustling when we listen to audios, that type of ear hustling when we listen to podcasts. Because yes, the music makes us feel good. And yes, the music, some of it glorifies the Most High. I'm not taking that away from it, all right? But I'm here to tell you today, some of that music that some of our people listen to online is destructive. Some of that music that you listen to is that R&B stuff is making you want to go have sex with somebody. All right, sometimes it's making you want to have sex with somebody that you probably don't need to be dealing with. All right, music carries spirits. And I'm not taking away from the righteous music. I love the righteous music, but even some of that music, all right, it's not influenced all the way by the Most High. And I'll say that again. Even some of this so-called set-apart truth music is not influenced fully by the Most High. People are doing all kind of stuff before they come into the studio. People doing stuff live before they about to get out here and perform. Man, I've been in the places, I've seen it, all right? But let's continue. Let your ears be hustling for knowledge and wisdom. That's why, listen, we put the audio out here. I put the 12 fundamental laws of wisdom out there on YouTube. So individuals that want to come say, well, he all about money. He just want to charge people for his book. Well, guess what? We eliminated that. I gave you every single chapter of the book for free. All I ask you to do is just go listen to it. Learning is as an ornament to a wise man. All right, ear hustle. Let's go. So now, this is the sad part about it, though. All right, this is the sad part. Now, one more time before I go to the sad part. This is what I also want to implore you to do. As we're talking about ear hustling, as we're talking about listening, all right, the attentive ear is the desire of a wise man or woman. I'm going to throw a woman in there as well. I want to encourage you. Some of you have already heard me say this. I'm asking you to take your mentor out to eat. All right, take them, invest inside of your mentor. Go and buy them a meal. I don't care if you have to go spend $70 or $80. Listen, go invest in them. Why? All right. Number one, you value that person because they have decided to be a mentor to you. Number two, all right, they're going to, when you order a food, it takes 30 and 45 minutes to come out. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to keep on running their mouth. And as they continue to keep running their mouth, you're going to be taking mental notes inside of your brain. All right. And if you want to pull out your phone and start typing some of those notes in there, all right, let the person know that you value what they're sharing. And if you keep ordering food, that's going to make the mentor stay there longer. And by then, all the mentor have to do is share one thing with you that could change your life. All that elder, all that mother or that Ema have to do with you is share with you one thing, and it could change the trajectory of your life. So don't be cheap. Invest in your mentors. I've taken flights to go be with a mentor and sit on them for days and be able to learn different things, all right? So finally, all right, the last scripture, Ecclesiastes 1:18. Now, it's a sad part about thirsting for knowledge, though. It is a sad part to this whole thing. All right, so you have to make sure that you are mature enough, though. You have to be mature enough to be able to deal with knowledge, because if you get too much of it, it could be a sad thing. When we go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth in sorrows. So this is where it gets sad at. Because as you begin to learn more and more, I'm hoping that you just, this is what I can't get, I don't get too sorry when I'm learning more and more about personal development and self-help and improvement. All right. I don't get too sorry about that because it keeps me in a stimulated and a positive state of mind. But when you start gaining more and more knowledge about this system, more and more knowledge about this world, more and more knowledge about this government, more and more knowledge about all some of these other stuff, it can be very frustrating. And it said that he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth in sorrow. You begin to get sorry. Because now, like those of you that watched that movie, The Matrix, a long time ago, and you presented with the red pill, you presented with the blue pill, and you take one of those pills, and then your mind begins to open up, and your knowledge base is increasing, and you begin to start seeing wrong, you start seeing evil in almost every single day and almost every single thing, then it's something that you cannot go back from. And so that's why some people, they rather stay stuck on stupid, because they if they can stay in their fantasy land, they don't have to own up to the reality of what's going on out here. So I'm asking you to have a thirst for knowledge, but I'm asking you to pray to the Most High on how far you should go with that knowledge. Some of our people, they want to go into supernatural things, and they want to go into spirits and angels and demons and all that. I'm telling you, be careful with all that. Make sure that the Most High is leading you there. And for me, with finances, with business, with my marriage, with personal development, with my relationships, I don't feel like it's probably far enough that I can go, because those are places that will keep me in a peaceful state of mind. Those are places that I don't see that's going to lead me off the cliff somewhere. But some of this other stuff that our people are dipping and dabbling into is leading into witchcraft, is leading into sorcery, is leading to people turning their backs on the Most High. You got to be careful about some of this knowledge out here. So yes, I'm encouraging you to have a thirst for it, have a thirst for knowledge, but be careful on your pursuit of knowledge, because some people, what the scriptures say, knowledge puffeth up. Some people have got so much knowledge that now you can't tell them anything. Some people got so much knowledge that now they don't even believe in the Most High no more, because they themselves have become the gods themselves, because they got all the knowledge now. So that's the bad side of it. So that's what I want to share with you today. What's been shared with me as I've interviewed so many different individuals. They say, have a thirst for knowledge. Continue to learn about your skills. Continue to learn about your business. Continue to learn about your craft. Continue to learn about your industry so that you can get the upper hand. All right, especially if you're in the technological space. Things are changing rapidly, and we all are being affected by technology, whether you want to believe it or not. This stuff is changing every single day. All right, at first we just had ChatGPT. Some of y'all better be careful about ChatGPT too. Some of y'all are consulting ChatGPT like it's a spiritist. Some of you all are coming to ChatGPT like it's your palm reader, like it's going to tell you all the future. You better be careful with ChatGPT. As if the Most High don't be looking at you as a necromancer. You use it for what you need to use it for. And some of y'all going to it for spiritual questions. And the Most High is the only one you should be going to for that. So yes, be careful in your quest for knowledge. Be careful. I have a thirst for it, have a thirst to improve and to get better. But at the same time, be careful that you don't go too far in your pursuit. And if you need help with not going too far, I'm going to ask you what it says in Luke chapter 11 and 13, to ask the Most High for his spirit. Ask him genuinely that he pour out his spirit upon you, and that will lead you and guide you, and it will help you. That if you are starting to go too far, you will start to feel convicted. If you are starting to go too far, you will start feeling eerie. You will start something to start taking over you, and it will make you back up for a second. The spirit of the Most High is the most valuable gift that you could ever have. And then when you go to Proverbs chapter 1, it said, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. So just ask for the spirit of the Most High, and also ask for the spirit of wisdom, all right, at the same time.